이번에 끊어서 해야지. 오케이.
I owe... I owe you everything.
No, you don't. I'm sorry I couldn't save your sister.
I was there. It wasn't your fault.
I was paid to protect her and I didn't.
She married into a sick family.
Maybe.
I just
아유
wanted
어쨌든
to
두
say
챕터만
thank
하면
you
되니까 그냥
for
계속
giving us
해야지.
a chance to live. I mean, as a family.
I hope it all works out for you, for all of you.
Thank you. Don't be too long.
Well, buddy, that's it.
Where are you guys gonna go?
I don't know, maybe back to New York, maybe down to Argentina. Giovanna has family in Salvador. Maybe we'll just stay there.
Me, I got business to take care of.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. I know, I know it was very wrong.
It's all right, it's done. And hey, I'm having myself a fun old time. Maybe this is how things had to be. Figure I might as well die in the sunshine as die in the snow.
Look, I'm sorry I'm leaving. I got a kid coming, you know how it is.
I know how that is.
You know, I almost didn't say goodbye to you. I said to myself, maybe this guy will put a bullet in me.
Maybe I will. But not right now.
Thank you. Try to look after yourself, Max, huh? Life is worth living.
If you say so, pal.
I thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Not him,
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered. It's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the UFE. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Creative? De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up. Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele. Ah!
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Manda tua conta, rapaz.
Vai se fuder, ó. Meu conta, eu quero tomar no cu, pô.
뚱뚱한 대머리.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso.
대머리는
Quebra esse
아니고 어쨌든.
otário aí.
Deixa comigo, me dá uma lição nele.
Então, o pai dela não devia. Ladrão, filha da puta! Vai atrás de inocente! Vai ver o que vai acontecer contigo mesmo aqui! Eu não fiz nada! O que você vai se acontecer, cara? Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem? Fica aí, cara! Eu!
뭐요? 응? 아저씨, 난 이걸 한 적이 없는데? 별나려? 왜래? 특경. 패드가 먹통인가? 잠깐만요. 왜래? 아이 또 지랄이네. 아. 가지가지 한다 진짜. 한 세 번째 튕기는 거네 세 번째. 진짜. 아 진짜 왜 이래. 방송하기 힘들게 만들어 놓네. 중간에 참 흐름 끊기게 만드네요. 아이 뭐야 왜 여기서부터 시작이야? 아 나 어이없네.
I told you, the
Rewind
city
done
was
it.
dangerous, friends. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's growing on me.
Nice to see a happy tourist smiling.
저기요. 아니 체크 포인트는 좀 찍고
What are
저기
you doing here?
프리즌
came
아이
back.
그 뭐야 게임이
See that?
게임이 먹든가.
Why?
To save you.
Oh, yeah, real hero.
Listen,
Listen, now, come with me, Max. To Brazil. Be a chance to play the fall guy in a plot that my boss's brother's hatching to profit from the selling of human organs. Yeah, it'll be perfect for you.
What are you talking about? I don't know nothing about human organs, man. Victor and Marcelo were trying to teach Rodrigo a lesson. Get into losing the purse strings and the family money. They pressured me into doing it. You wanna die? I came back for you. I did my best. I'm having a kid, Max. I gotta go.
Fuck you!
Sure. Later. Now, let's go. Hope this thing works.
아니 이놈의 스킵이 안 되는 게 진짜.
I thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Nah. Not him,
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered. It's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the UFE. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially, there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Creative? De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up. Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele. Ah!
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa, tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
da tua conta, rapaz.
Vai, vai fudeu! Meu conta eu quero saber da culpa.
Ela não desgruda dela, meu.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso. Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, me dá uma lição nele.
Então, o pai dela não desgruda.
Ladrão, filha da puta! Vai atrás de inocentes! Vai ver o que vai acontecer contigo mesmo aqui! É aqui que você vai se acontecer, caralho! Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem, hein? Fica aí, caralho! E eu? Se fodeu, filha da puta! Otário! Vai morrer aí, otário! Deixa eu sair daqui, né?
Ô, segura a porta aí.
Eu vi uma outra versão.
Vamos resolver aquela parada lá, hein?
Demorou. Valeu, amigo.
닫자마자 건너뛰는 거 참 진짜 일찍도 뜬다.
Hey! What are you doing here? Huh? I ask you a question. Answer him! Answer him! What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing here?
O que você está fazendo aqui?
What are you doing here?
I don't understand. I can't hear you.
What are you doing here?
Doing here?
Me in the ear.
Hey, answer me! What are you doing here?
Back in the precinct after all this time. Time to find out what the hell was going on.
Você não passa de um cadáver pra mim!
I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later. I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations. Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could they know that? If they came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all. Luckily for me, for once the police arrived just in time. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Por favor, eu te fiz uma pergunta, pô. A gente não tinha nada a ver.
Can't believe this. It's Mr. Happy.
The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more pressingly, seemed I was too. security switch had to be in that booth.
안녕. 펜킬러 없네. 아이고.
They had their body armor. I had mine. That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision.
뭐? 진짜.
Seemed a crying shame to let that RPG go to waste. Well, wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months
네,
ago
오늘
this was
엔딩
where my
보려고요.
life was headed, I'd have ordered
얼마
a
안
double
남았으니까
of
이제.
whatever they were drinking. Drunk it, then blown my head off. Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
얼마 안 남았으니까 오늘 엔딩 보는 걸.
Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
여기 없나? 없네.
police food, the same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with.
회복약 좀 주세요. 안 주네.
They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running.
이거 애니 보면 그나저나 내일은 뭐 해야 되냐 진짜. 내일은 뭐 하지?
It looked like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what
가독을
happens
하려면
when you
근데
hand some roided up halfway with a commando
가독 원투
uniform with
하려고
special
그러면
on the
저거 해야
front
돼요.
and let him ride
그
around his
반대쪽 컴퓨터
hometown in
아니
a tank
그 딴
playing
컴퓨터에서 해야
soldiers.
되는데
Sooner or
지금
later,
그 딴
someone's gonna
컴퓨터가
decide
마우스가
he's
좀
not so
먹통이라
special.
좀
There were a bunch more in the
마우스 사고 해야
elevator,
돼.
tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah. And of course, they were headed my way.
아니 그래. 그 가독을 하는 게 좋긴 한데.
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving. If there was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo, it was that me and the local elevators were not a good mix.
승강기 문이 저렇게 쉽게 열리진 않을 건데 아무래도. 어디서?
Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
예, 사례면님 안녕하세요.
I'd killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for that now. If I didn't hurry, Becker would be long gone.
기다려요. 그렇게 급해 아저씨.
I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine.
정전매너 자식아, 정전매너.
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running, only to discover you're chasing yourself. Nothing I was gonna find in there could make a difference now. I had all the evidence I needed. Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe. I was trying to work out what direction I was headed in when I discovered some more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique.
야.
There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system. Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela, Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come, him and Becker.
열고 들어가고. 생각보다 세.
I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answers in the forensics lab. I had to push on. Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
아, 진짜
You should have
못생겼다.
killed me in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada.
뭐야?
Ô, caralho! Vou mudar de posição. Me dê cobertura. Eu fico de olho em você.
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. I felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else. Something buried deep in the past. Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos, everyone who'd meant anything was gone. Like so many times before, I'd found myself alone, locked on a course of destruction. It was at my worst when I was at my best.
Me dê cobertura. Agora.
Vai, 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 eu te dou cobertura!
아파.
Luckily, I wasn't the only cop with a pill problem.
Então a gente vai se fuder junto.
Perdi! Beleza, perdi!
변살생동.
Acaba com ele, galera! Vamos logo!
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for mine.
아 여기 좀 짠하는데.
Vamos acabar com essa merda agora! Vamos indo!
Se estiver na
Beleza,
mira,
rapaziada, bom trabalho. Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor, ele não parece estar morto!
Filho da puta, pelo amor de Deus!
Você vai morrer aqui, amigão!
일어나 임마. 그렇지.
Hey! You Americans love to interfere in things you do not understand.
Oh, I understand plenty, asshole!
How stupid can one man be?
I couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to get creative. It was a waste of bullets. His cover was too good.
아 형 이런.
Why do you think you're not dead already? You are doing so well! I'll think of you when I get my promotion! I hoped I'd be the one to kill you!
Those ceiling tiles looked kind of loose. It was worth a shot.
Get him out! achieve here? You should know when to walk away!
그렇지. 왜 거지 같은.
This was the passkey to Becker's office. I was close to the end of all this, and I could feel it. Becker! Something funny about dying? I felt like the avenging angel. I looked like a fat bald dude with a bad temper. You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Not everything, my friend. Let go of him, Max. Huh? There's a good fellow.
Well, well, well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear out of whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like to just say, Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the Crachá Preto for us. You know I'm tough on crime. I give you a bonus, but I think you just frittered it away. Becker, take his gun.
Toma, seu filho da puta!
They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be leaving town, and my guess is they would try to fly out of here. Rich people love to fly away. God damn it!
자, 막차.
Okay, Max. Now you check the main terminal. I'm gonna go and look for the Bronco plane by the hangar, okay?
Let's do it.
You keep an eye out in there. You know Becker's gonna have some guys in there watching out for you.
Yep. So, of course, I knew they were looking for me. But the airport was about the only place a fat gringo might blend in. Well, there or a sex club. My delusions of disguise lasted around 2 seconds. They were out in force. And they were out for me. But then, I was out for them, too. Every last one of those bastards. Check-in. Come on, bastards. felt like my vacation was coming to an end. Only I wasn't heading home with a sunburn, a bag full of duty-free, and a dose of VD. I was making a bet that would put me in handcuffs or a body bag.
총을 뒀는데.
Tem certeza que quer fazer isso, mano?
These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet.
딱 배고프다. 진짜.
The doors lead in the direction of the main terminal.
아이고, 이런 쟤는. 한 번 들어오면 못 나가.
The customer restroom. I could get through to the departure gates up ahead.
한 번 나오면 못 들어.
There were Ufe all over the airport, and civilians were being moved out. Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a weird sort of compliment, but one I didn't need. gate had opened at the other end of the departure lounge. I'd rather not be blown up today.
이렇게 많이 나와?
Maybe they were in the next terminal. I'd keep looking until Victor sent me a postcard from Miami. It didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on.
오케이.
It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both.
아야, 아파 마.
And we were off. I felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes.
Son of a bitch!
It didn't work out like that. Of course there'd be a tram full of goons trying to derail me.
한번 그렇지. 뭐야? 싸요.
It was perfect. Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express. I felt like I'd missed out on the joke, and it was a real good one. Come on. The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me.
나갔다.
This was my stop. It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar, but when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks, let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change. Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else. The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
Tenha uma boa viagem, senhor.
I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker!
Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me. Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não! Não! Não!
안다 자식아.
This was it. It was almost over. So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
어차피 죽네.
Get in, Max! I'm in. Just drive the fucking car. Go!
We had one card left to play.
Just get me close. Look! A squad is coming to the right. Over on the right! Come on, Max! They're gonna kill us! We need to get past these guys! I don't know how much more we can take! Ay! Shit!
That about sums it up.
They don't want us getting down this runway! They behave like an on and they're equipped like one! We're driving into it! I'm normally a behind the gas kind of cop!
Only I've been one of them too.
Insurance? That's them!
That's the asshole.
Asshole. Your career's coming down with that plane. Let's get it over with.
Okay! This is too...
진짜 후속작 나와주면 좋겠는데 후속작 얘기는 아예 없는. 아쉽게도.
Wait, Max! No! Stop! Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
You know I'll walk.
You'll walk with a limp!
진짜 별 재미를 못 봤나봐요 진짜 3가. 다이아가 어디 있는데요?
Update on the astonishing organ harvesting scandal. The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who have been implicated in human trafficking, has been disbanded indefinitely. Meanwhile, Victor Bronco, the politician at the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell. It's not yet clear whether his death was a suicide or simply retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones that were kidnapped and killed. City officials say a full investigation
Local
is
justice.
underway. Local residents expressed outrage, saying they have been let down by both law enforcement and city leaders. And now, your local forecast.
게임이 한 3번 튕기긴 했지만 그래도 엔딩은 보긴 봤네. 아,
Over to Marisol with the weather.
아 어쨌든 엔딩 봤네요. 나 저는 내일은 뭐하냐? 아니 오늘이구나. 오늘은 뭐하지 이제?